To find the price per share in 2035, we need to divide the total market capitalization by the number of outstanding shares. So if the market capitalization is $8.5 trillion with approximately 3.17 billion outstanding shares, one Tesla share would be worth about $2,681. And of course, if there would be a share buyback, this number would change, making the individual share more valuable. It seems that this is similar to ARK posted model. Now, Morgan Stanley's analyst Adam Jonas has made some way too early predictions about robotics for 2026, and of course Tesla shows up in a few of them. So the electric vehicle maker has pinned most of its future on AI, including a bet on labor-saving AI-trained humanoid robots that Tesla's CEO Elon Musk hopes to sell next year. However, Jonas doesn't see 2026 as the year of the droid, though. We see great potential for the human form factor in robotics, he wrote in a recent report. He has even ordered a Neo humanoid robot from 1X, but isn't expecting much for 2026 at least. Humanoid robots are more of a marketing and funding strategy than doing useful work, and therefore he's more optimistic that Tesla and Waymo solve AI-trained self-driving. 2026 is the year when robo taxis cross over from science fiction to reality with consumers, investors, urban planners, and transport authorities, Jonas wrote. This means robo-taxis without safety monitors for Tesla and more cities with Waymo cabs operating. Also, Jonas is also hopeful for federal autonomous vehicle standards in 2026, which would make it easier to introduce the technology and drive across state lines in a self-driving car. Also, some other predictions for 2026. Tesla and xAI get closer. xAI is Musk's AI company that owns X and operates ChatGPT competitor Grok. Now, this is what's important. All companies, including Tesla, need computing power to build AI applications. xAI has a lot of AI computing power. The value of xAI's expanding capabilities in compute and truth-seeking AI will become increasingly obvious over time, Jonas wrote. However, exactly what closer looks like is hard to say. Now, Musk has suggested that Tesla could take a stake in xAI, which is still raising money to build out its operations. Now listen, Jonas sees automakers like Tesla investigating robot production and the Magnificent Seven companies investing more in physical AI. Those are applications such as robots and cars where the AI is moving around in the world rather than acting as an agent for users on computer screens. And therefore, Jonas rates Tesla a stock buy and has a $410 price target for shares. The average analyst price target for Tesla stock is about $400 according to FactSet. Tesla stock, of course, was down again early Friday to close out a tough week of trading. Shares were down 3.6% at $387.55, while the S&P 500 and Dow Jones Industrial Average were down 0.8% and 0.5% respectively. Altogether on Friday, trading Tesla stock was down 6% for the week, leaving shares down less than 1% this year, but up 22% over the past 12 months. Now, of course, the stock is coming back up again. Ron Barron was recently asked about his position in Elon Musk's companies, and this is what he said.
So we sold a quarter of the stock, and then the stock hadn't done anything for 3 or 4 years. And then when President Trump was elected, the stock in the first part of this year went up dramatically, went up to 400, and we sold 5% more. So we sold 30% for clients. I did not sell personally a single share. And what I committed to the board of our mutual funds is that I was the last purchaser. I haven't really invested in stocks since 1992 in public companies. And I told the board, if you let me invest in this, when I tried to get everyone else to invest, nobody else wanted to at Barron Capital. So I said, if you let me invest a certain amount of money, then what I will do is I will promise that I won't sell any of my stock, and I told you I wouldn't invest, but let me break my promise and let me invest, and then I will be the last person out of the stock. So I will not sell a single share of my company, of my shares, until my clients have sold 100% of their shares. And I don't expect to sell in my lifetime Tesla or SpaceX, either one.
Wow. That is a huge commitment and a huge amount of faith that you have in Elon Musk and his companies.
Companies are really unusual. You know, when you think about what he's doing, you talk about the pay package, and you know, this is not like Rockefeller or like Carnegie or like Mellon or like Morgan, when Ford, the great industrialists who built this nation. This guy is like Da Vinci, and an artist, and you know, he knows, he remembers everything. It's incredible, and the opportunities that he's trying to take advantage of for his clients and for himself. So we say, so why is he doing this? Why, when you're worth that much money, why do you do this? You know, think about that. Why is he doing this? Why is he working these crazy hours? Why is he risking his health? And to me, you know, what's the difference between $400 billion net worth and $1 trillion? What's the difference? It's not saving up for a beach house. And so the way I think about it is that he wants to think about how people will remember him someday, what he's created, how he's helped humanity survive.
So you think he's playing for legacy?
Yes.
SpaceX and Tesla Inc. are the top 2 companies of 10 top investments in Barron Capital's holdings. Now, there was also an amazing podcast with Ron Barron interviewing Musk on X for a virtual fireside chat for the purpose of discussing the future of Tesla in robotics and automation. Now, Gary Black has explained why Tesla stock continues to slide. Black explained about the weak EV demand in China and European analysts cutting short and long-term earnings estimates. He added the Robo Taxi and Optimus earnings were still some time away for Tesla, and the ARK sales aren't helping. And yes, Cathie Wood's ARKK dumped $32 million worth of Tesla shares earlier last week. However, Tesla remains ARKK's top holding. Now, this is amazing. On Friday, Ford CEO Jim Farley mentioned being humbled by Tesla. So this is what happened. Ford CEO Jim Farley recently spoke with Monica Langley of the Office Hour Business Edition podcast. He opened up about several topics, including the competition with Tesla. He was very humbled when he talked about Tesla's Model 3 and started to take apart the Chinese vehicles. It was shocking what we found, said Farley. Tesla, with its history as a manufacturer, has developed better electrical systems than other established players. Farley's realization is partly that led to the creation of the Ford Model E division. I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in another video. My name is Claudia, and goodbye.